Hey everybody, it's me Rodger back with more records and some CDs. It's been kind of dry out over here for me, and yes, I don't have a lot of records to show, but I have some CDs to show and some records, and just thought I'd come on, make a video, hang out with y'all. So let's get right to it, okay? Yeah. So here's one, came out a couple years ago, and I thought I hemmed and hawed. I finally found it, still sealed for a good price. So I thought, okay, I'll get it. It's Bob Dylan's Triplicate from 2017, 3 LP numbered thing. Him doing more like Sinatra covers kind of stuff, and in this ridiculously oversized, like 78 kind of album thing. That's just, it's ludicrously oversized, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It sticks out on the shelf. It's So why did you get it, Roger? Well, it's Bob Dylan's. Goddamn Bob Dylan. I have the other two in the series that he's been doing. Recorded by the great Al Schmitt, one of the few recording audio engineers who has a star on, the fucking Hollywood Hall of Fame, Walk of Fame, or whatever. Al Schmitt at Capitol Studios in LA. Old school. The whole band is his touring band, all in the room at the same time, him singing live, and he's doing this crooning thing, and the band sounds great, and the recording is, audiophile quality. I mean, Al Schmitt is the man. I mean, I'm going to tell you this Al Schmitt story because this blew my mind. Now, there's this YouTube channel called Pensado's Place that's about audio engineering, and I'm into that stuff as well as records, and the making of records. And so he had Al Schmitt on, and it was really interesting. He had a lot of interesting things to say. Now, I'm going to put this down. Now, so one of the things on Pensado's Place is they play this like baseball kind of game where he like throws pitches and he's supposed to hit it, so it's like, compressors, Fairchild, whatever, right? So, and this is Al Schmitt. So one of them is EQ, equalizers. Al Schmitt goes, mic placement. It's like, okay, man, you win. You got $1 million microphones in a fucking, state-of-the-art studio. Yeah, right, mic placement. Yeah, you don't need equalizers if you got the right microphone in the right place. Anyway, so that's what you get here, Now, some people are going to be like, oh, I don't want to hear Bob Dylan sing covers, and he's got a terrible voice, and blah, 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 blah. Well, fuck all y'all. I think he's got a great voice, and he's in really great form here, and his band, it kicks ass, and they do it up. This is not tongue in cheek. This is not being ironic. This is sincere, and it's a big oversized thing. I guess I'm going to find some place to put it. I guess so. Hey. All right. Cheers, everybody. It's been a couple weeks. Feels good to be back. Thanks everybody who liked. I'm getting all these likes. I don't get so many comments anymore. I guess because I don't respond to comments. I suck, so I can't really blame you. But yeah, I really appreciate the comments and everything from my previous videos. And I showed this in my Guided by Voices thing, which I did by request to catch people up. This is the latest Guided by Voices record, Zeppelin Over China, on Guided by Voices Incorporated. Big sprawling double LP, produced by, what's his name? Kevin Harrison, I think his name is. I'm forgetting now. Guy's been engineering this stuff for a while. He actually gets a production credit. And there's some nice production touches on here. Now, there's been talk about like, oh, it's a return to lo-fi or whatever. No, that's bullshit. This actually sounds beefier and more produced than anything he's done in a while. And I, for one, appreciate that. B1000 was capturing lightning in a bottle. And if you've listened to like the director's cut and the story of that whole record, that took a lot of work to come up. There are lots of iterations of that before. Anyway, those days are gone, and I like my Guided by Voices that doesn't sound crappy, and there you go. So before we move on, I'm going to show you some CDs. Let's see, is there anything new here? Yes, there is something brand new here that is only available on CD, and it's really interesting. I love these players, both as people and as players. The new Tom Rainey trio on Intact with Mary Halverson and Ingrid Laubrock, Combobulated. Now, what's interesting about this is, I guess, the third or fourth, their fourth CD, third for Intact. Again, a producer's involved. Now, recorded live at Firehouse 12 in New Haven, Connecticut. But took those multi-track Pro Tools files, I presume, gave them to David Torn, of all people, who Tom Rainey's worked with. And David Torn, did some post-production to it. Whoa! You don't see that happen very often. Now, the problem is, I'm not convinced by what he did. One thing in particular, now, you know me. Here I go again. I think production is part of, just sticking a microphone up, just willy-nilly, and hitting record and going, oh, there's your record. That's just a document. Yep, that's what it is. That's half-assed lame and will generally yield crappy results, And for me, a lot of jazz, particularly current jazz, takes a very just documentary approach. They don't make records. They make sort of documents. So the idea of not just making a document, but making a record, giving these files to David Torn, well, what he's done is he's taken the drums and made them gigantic. The bass drum is gigantic. It's 8 stories tall. And done the various edits and stuff, and I don't know what to think. I want to like it, but it's almost grotesque. Picky. All right, what else we got here? Here, can't go wrong with ECM when it comes to production, right? This, although maybe it's too goopy and reverby for some people, but the latest Anwar Braham oud player, Blue Mockhoms with David Hull on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, and Django Bates on piano from 2017. I think there's a vinyl. Yeah, ECM's been doing vinyl. If you want it, pay $50 for it. I chose to pay $10 for the CD, and it's fantastic, gorgeous, great sound, great mastering. If all CDs were like this, I would be far less fetishistic about the damn vinyl. I'm curious about those ECM vinyls. Are they worth $50? I don't know. Cheers, everybody. Anchor Steam, yum. Alright, so that's it for new CDs. Well, let's go back to some vinyl. Keep stringing you along here. Reeling you in. I'm not drunk. I'm not. Actually, I'm tired and I'm kind of punchy. I had more surgery this week and God, fuck my life. Alright, so I got this in the mail. The latest in the Make Noise record series. Evan Kamenides' Refraction. EP on Make Noise Records. Make Noise. Yeah. Make Noise, the makers of the O Coast and the Shared System. My little Euro rack over there. Great company, great instruments. They have this series of records that they've put out, people playing their instruments, and fantastic electronic music. Tending towards the abstract, not so much banging techno. And this is no exception. Beautiful. I love this stuff. My only criticism is every single one of these I have, they're all on clear vinyl. Every single one is warped. Has non-fill and not the best pressings in the world. And there's no digital file, which is kind of unfortunate. It's picky. Beautiful and lovely cover, right? The music is very much like that, like an electronic. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. All right, that's it for new vinyl. Want to see another CD? Here, this is nice. There's a place where they're just basically giving CDs away. And this is really cool. Listen All Around. Compilation on Dust to Digital. So this is, what's the subtitle here? 2 CD set, 1950s popular music from the Congo, Tanganyika, Zanzibar, and Kenya. In this beautiful hardbound book with fantastic annotation, top flight all the way. Now you might go, oh, 50s, this is going to be, I like that 70s Afro pop. Well, it's just acoustic and maybe a little bit more rooted in folk music, but it's jamming, it's great, awesome. I don't know that there's a vinyl edition of this. There might be. I think they do vinyl sometimes. So there probably is. It's just from last year, I believe. But this is great. I love the format. I love the packaging. I also love finding it for like really cheap. I found this for really cheap, and there is no vinyl version of this. I don't believe Alice Coltrane's Translinear Light. I've never heard this before. This is on Verve from 2004. That'd be right at the height of the CD era, right? And it's got like a real like commercial cover, and well, no, it's on Impulse. It's on Impulse, Verve Impulse. It's got Ravi Coltrane on saxophone, Orrin Coltrane on alto saxophone, Charlie Hayden on bass, James Genus on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, Jeff Tane Watts on drums, and the Shai Anantam Ashram singers. The big fires in Malibu, apparently her ashram burned down, which is kind of a shame. But so anyway, I didn't have high expectations of this, but this is really, really nice. Like really, really nice. Slightly slick production, but nothing too offensive. And takes advantage of the CD format, and it's really, really nice. Really, really nice. Nicely mastered. Really nice sound. No complaints there. All right. Some more vinyl. All right. So, it's been not. Well, see, I say this every time. Grimey's moved to East Buttfuck, and I just can't bring myself to drive 2 hours to go record shopping. I don't know what. I don't know. I do know what it is. You know what it is? This, I'm more interested in stuff like this. Well, you can't really see it. This is. Look behind me. So, there's a couple of record stores on this side of town, but they're and they don't really carry new stuff, and so it's just, and maybe it's just as well. I'll make it over to Grimey's one of these days. When I have some reason to be over in East Buttfuck. Am I going to post this video? Alright. So anyway, I found this. I took a chance on this. This is Wolf Serpent. Aporia Kala Ananta. Ooh, that's ominous. I don't know if that's genuine Latin or what. An EP on Relapse from 2016. I think it was their last record. Maybe there's a new one forthcoming. So what is this Wolf Serpent? I think they're American sort of black metal, avant metal thing. Notable for being classically trained, and there's like violin and some very avant-garde kind of touches, and I actually really like this, and I'm gonna search out more of their stuff. Another example of the profoundly the depths of creativity that can be found in the metal genre. It always astonishes me just how, from what seems like such a narrow genre, can flower all these amazing creations. Maybe not for everybody, but I love it. Yeah. I also found this at this place, and kind of unusual, and thought, okay, I'll get this. Mats Gustafsson, Needs is the name of the record. It's on. What is the label? Maybe I'll pull all this out. Yeah, Mats Gustafsson, saxophone player, saxophone mangler from Denmark, maybe? European, something, Sweden, maybe? I'm not sure. Sweden, I think. So this has a lovely silk-screened paper cover. It's on Dancing Wayang Records. This is number 403 of 500. dancing away. So really lovely package, and this place was like, oh, who the hell is Matt Gustafson? $8. Let's see, liner notes by Jim O'Rourke on this little insert. Really nice paper, nice texture to it. So yeah, recorded April 11th, 2010, mixed 2010, spring 2010. So yeah, 2010, Dancing Way on Records. So what's going on here? Now, Mats Gustafson, I have him on as a sideman on like some Sonic Youth things and Thurston Moore things and Merzbow thing, and I didn't have any of his own records, and I've been really curious about the thing, but that's another story. So this is a solo record, and what's going on in here is really he's running his saxophones and stuff through electronics. I don't recognize what that is, but so you get saxophone completely transformed into like the sound of jet engine, or ripping the fabric of the universe, the space-time continuum exploding, that kind of thing. Now, if that sounds like a good time, he's really good at it. Yeah, I liked it more than I expected. So that's a keeper. As is this, even though it's a bit chewed up. It's just this side of listenable. But what a record. Don Cherry, Where's Brooklyn? On Blue Note from 1966. These 60s Blue Notes, I really need to just accept the fact that if I want them, I'm going to have to pay for them. If I want them in nice condition. But like I said, it doesn't skip. It's a little crackly. This is one I'd like to try the ultrasonic things. I did everything I could, and it's playable, but it's just a little noisy. But yeah, what a record, what a band. Don Cherry on cornet, Pharoah Sanders on tenor sax and piccolo, Henry Grimes on bass, and Edward Blackwell on drums. I mean, wow, this is the shit. Yeah. So until a better copy comes along, that will have to do. Yeah, another Keith Jarrett record. This one's called Spawn of Satan. No, it's called Birth. It sat on the floor for a long time, but so when I would see it on the floor from a distance, it looked like kind of a dead baby with this Satan, this demon coming up out of its mouth. Isn't that what it looks like? Or maybe it's just me. Yeah. Birth. Yeah, so another Keith Jarrett record. I looked at this discography. It's like, I think there's two more that I'm going to get. And that's it. That's it for this jerk. But yeah, what a band. Charlie Hayden, Paul Motion, Dewey Redman. I mean, this classic quartet. Beautiful condition. From 1972 on Atlantic. Boy, I guess he had a kid. And like, oh wow, he's a dad. Oh boy. So this is one of the most self-indulgent records from a guy who is known for being super self-indulgent. Like, if you want to hear him plink around on a banjo, seek this out. So again, you might ask, so why did you buy it? Why are you showing this? Are you going to really, why don't you just throw it in the trash? Because it has its moments. I mean, come on, that band, Mortgage on My Soul. You have Charlie Hayden with a wah-wah pedal on his big upright bass, and they've split the channel so you get his regular upright bass sound, and then you get the wow sound as well, like stereo. Woo! It rocks, though. It does. It rocks. Oh, 20 minutes. All right, I'm almost done. Here's another CD. I'm going to show it because, God, they're just giving these things away. I swear to God. And John Zorn's Zadig label. Man, massive discography. None of it's on vinyl. A lot of great Japanese stuff, and that's what this is. What is this? I'm gonna butcher this. Korekyojin, which is like, it's a power trio of Yoshida Tatsuya on drums. I can barely read this. freaking killer. I was expecting it to be like real avant noisy kind of stuff, but it's not. It's like ripping fusion, kind of, but with a Japanese twist and like super virtuosic and killer. I wish it had the little obi, but you know, considering I only paid like $4 or something stupid for it, it doesn't matter. Now, how about this? This was like $1, still sealed. Steve Reich's Pulse and Quartet on Nunsuch from last year. I think there is a vinyl of this, but who cares? Latest works from Steve Reich. Pleasant enough. The Quartet was interesting. It's like more active than a lot of his stuff. More changing tonal centers, you know, rather than sort of floating. It sort of moves around more. It was only okay. All right, want to see some more vinyl? More vinyl. Okay, Manu Dibango, Gone Clear. This is on Mango from 1980. I didn't have high hopes of this. Gone Clear. Was he a Scientologist? It's got this huge band. He's gone to Jamaica, and Sly and Robbie are on the rhythm section, and there's the Brecker Brothers and Gwyn Guthrie's on this. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, Manu Dibango. Good stuff. Speaking of the 80s, God, what a horrible cover this is, but this is very enjoyable and brought back my youth. The Three Johns, The Death of Everything. I used to have this record. I kept my Mekons records, but I got rid of my Three Johns records, and I'm now, when I see them, I get them. So that's John Langford in the middle there, from the Mekons, the Waco Brothers, all those people, and two other John people. And this is on Caroline from 1988. This might be their last record. So post-punk, political agit-prop with drum machines and shouty vocals, and brings back Thatcher's Britain for me. I wasn't there, but I heard it on the radio and haven't bought the records. A little bit of nostalgia there. Okay, finally, I buy them when I find them at Stephen Halpern Records. This is Starborn Suite from 1970. Wait, is it 1975? 1978. First side is electric, second side is grand piano. First side is obviously my preference, but you know, this is quintessential New Age music by the American godfather of New Age music. And yeah, I'm getting a sizable collection of his stuff, both on vinyl and CD. CDs are convenient because, well, they're convenient. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm going to leave you now at 23 minutes and 28, 29, 30 seconds. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. I'll see you soon. There's a record show next Sunday, so you know you'll be seeing me soon. Okay, bye.